This is Tracey from GiftBasketAppeal, and today we're going to be taking this napkin and turning it into a birthday card. So let's get started. This is a really fun way to create a card without having to do any stamping. And so I got these napkins like really cheap at Ollies, and I love that store. If you ever get a chance, or if you have one in your area, look at the napkin section. They've got some really cheap napkins, and this was like a pack of 30 napkins in that. So look how super cute this is. Let's unfold it. Look how adorable that is. This is actually four greeting cards. So if you wanted to have like a whole set of cards, you can do that. But for what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this area here. And then I picked out these papers. I actually measured the card to the napkin. So I got some cardstock here, and I thought these colors would be really cute on this. And this is my white backing. So you're going to need a white backing for your card. And so let me show you how we're going to start this out. This is a 2-ply napkin, and I'm just going to cut right along here, right along the fold. So you want to just be very careful, get a nice neat cut on it. If it's not like super neat, you could always go back and kind of cut it after you get it on your cardstock. But I've done some of these napkin cards before, and they are so much fun. So the measurements are going to be whatever your napkin measures. Whatever this measures, that's what it's going to be. Okay, so I'm just going to take off this little piece right here. It's a tiny piece, and you want to cut the napkin before you pull it apart. I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to take this part off. I don't want that edge there, so it looks more balanced. But I can use this in other projects if I want. Okay, so I'm going to just hold on to that for a moment and see what I'm going to do. This is going to mount on here. But before you do that, let's see what this looks like. So I had already measured this to fit on here. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is, let's see, just pull it apart. Just find that corner. Real easy, and that way the artwork stands out on that white base. Okay, so let's see how straight we got this. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. When I'm finished putting it on here, I'm going to go ahead and cut just a little sliver off the top there. But for now, I'm okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your a glue stick and make sure it's white. I use the extra strength glue stick because to me it works best. And I'm going to place something on here just to, because I might go over the sides with the glue. So using that base, I'm going to just very smoothly start to apply my glue stick, and you want it to be all over that white base. The entire thing. That's the trick to getting a smooth finish and having that napkin stick really well on there. So let me just turn it because I want to see if I'm covering the entire thing. This is the trick to having a smooth finish. Okay, so you want to make sure the entire thing is covered, and I need to get those edges in there too, because you want to get it to really lay flat. You don't want to have any bubbles when you apply it. And you also want this to be smooth, so you don't want to have any, like, see how this has this little smudge? You want to smooth that out. Okay, so this should be okay. I'm just kind of looking at it. When I could see a little bit of a glare on there, like covering the whole thing, I'm good to go. I think that should be enough. Hopefully I didn't do too much on there, but I think it should be okay. I'm just making sure that every little space is covered. And that's the trick. back over the edge there. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move this out the way. Now, whatever surface you lay this down on, you don't want it to be sticky, and I'll show you why in a minute. I'm gonna take my napkin now, and I'm just gonna kind of put it over right on my card base here, right on that white base. Oops. And my hands are sticky, so you want to make sure that your hands are not sticky, okay? Because I just pulled the napkin right up. Okay, so I think that's going to be good. Apply that on there, and I'm just gently smoothing it on here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over like this and really kind of give it a nice, just pressing it real good. And I see some of the napkin is sticking off the side there. That's all right. Go back and correct that, no worries. Okay, so now we turn it over. Look how smooth that looks. That is so cute. Okay, so I put it on a little bit crooked, but I'm not, no stress. Just gonna cut the sides off there. And I got a little bit of white sticking out the top. Just gonna cut that off. And this is the part that's still, okay, let's go ahead and cut that off right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me just make sure that's pressed on real good. And so far, so good. I'm gonna take a little bit off the bottom. Looks how super cute that is. Okay, so now with this black base right here, I can put it on here. And all I did was the base on here, I just did like 1/8 of an inch larger than this base right here. So just 1/8 of an inch larger in measurement. So it just depends on what napkin you use. So I just tailored it to fit the part of the napkin that I wanted. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on here. I'm just going to use some crafter's tape. And imagine, no stamping on this. Just apply it right there. And that is my doggy in here, my little crafting partner is in here with me. Look how cute that is. Just putting that little black base. If you ever want to make your card stand out more, just put a black base on it of cardstock and it's good to go. Now I'm going to mount it on here. Just give it that extra. And this is like 1/4 of an inch larger than this part here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that on. I'm just building my layers on here. And you can really get on a roll with this, especially if you just cut all your papers out and just start mounting that card on there. And we haven't used not one stamp. So sometimes you just use what you have. And this is why I'm so addicted to napkins, because there's so much you can do with them. Okay, so now I'm not done yet. What if I want to mount this image right here? What I would do is take another part of the napkin and I would just cut this out right here. Let me show you. What if I just want this part right here? Just cut that out. And I didn't separate it, so I can use bits and pieces of this napkin to make other things. So I'm just using this. I'm going to really go in and really define it in a moment, but I want to put it on this. This is some cardstock here that I have for my stash. I'm just going to take this just to give it a backing, a stronger backing, because it is a napkin. And I'm going to take my glue stick and just kind of cover this area right here. Just make sure this is all covered, just like the other thing. And imagine you can just use bits and pieces of this and make another card completely, just cutting up napkins and applying it. Okay, let me get a little bit more on here. I'll put that down on there. Oh, wait a minute, look what I forgot to do. I forgot to take off this part right here. Good thing I caught that. Right, so make sure you take off your backing. Okay, now I'm going to put it on. Let's see if that came up. I think I could save it, y'all. I'm just going to press that in a little bit. And I can actually use my fingers. As long as my fingers aren't sticky, I can just kind of press this right in. Just like that. And that white really makes it stand out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out now. Okay, so I went and cut this out right along the edges there. And now I'm going to put it over this image so it has some dimension. So I could have left it the way it was, or I can add dimension to it. So it looks, it's all about what you prefer basically. Just put a little bit of glue on here. All right, and look how adorable that's going to look. Just line that up, place it right there. And look at that. So now you can do other little things to it. Let me just show you what I would do. I'm taking my gel pen and just being very gentle. See, now these circles, that's an opportunity to make something. So I could either do stitching, but I'm just going to do some little dots in that. Just some little dots, just like that. And look how it just makes a difference. Just putting a few little dots in there. Just the little details. Make this look super fun. And this is a Uniball pen. I know many of you asked me. This is a Signo Uniball broad pen. And I just like how smooth it is. Everything just goes on so smoothly. Great for adding details to your card. Look how adorable that is. I am loving that. Okay, something else I can do. Let's see. Let's see what I got here. I got some sequins in here. So let's see what we have. See what we got here. Those are really cute. Let's have some fun with these. Just adding little bits and pieces to this. Fun, fun, fun. So I'll probably use my, I'll use some art glitter glue to get those on there. So this, you see how this is all coming together now. Let's see. Yep, this is super cute. I'm loving this. I'll just put a few here and there. So it may add some sparkle to the card. All right, I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. Okay, and I'm just randomly placing these down on my card, just gluing them down. And I already put dots of glue all over. And I'm using my art glitter glue to do that. So look how fun that looks. So cute. So you can do these cards, you can do a ton of them, and it doesn't cost a whole lot. Mix and match them, and there's so many different napkins. All those Dollar Tree napkins that you have, but these, of course, this one is from Ollies. Let me show you another variation of this card that I did. Look at that. That was a Dollar Tree butterfly, and I added a strip of the gems to it and filled it in. And then I went ahead and to add just a little bit of glitter, I used the Nouveau glitter drops, and I just put 3 little drops on there. I think I'll do it on this one too. Just make sure you can see this. So these glitter drops, I love them because they're just so, it has that little fine point on it, and it's a great way to add some enhancement to your card. And you need to give it about maybe, I usually give it about 20 minutes to dry, but I love the way those look on there. So you can do all kinds of stuff with these cards. So I hope this really inspired you to use those napkins that you have in your stash. I hope this gives you a chance to look at napkins in a different way. I think these look super, super adorable. So please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button, that little bell that's located right next to this subscribe button, because that will tell you when I release videos and when I go live. So I will see you real soon. Bye.